Hello everybody, Andrea Twarowski here with Dentalelle Tutoring. So a lot of you found out the results for the board exam last week, and that means you know if you passed or failed. So this video is about what happens if you don't pass the board exam. Well, if you're lucky enough to be able to take it again, take that as a good thing, okay? And it just means that you need to switch up your study plan. You need to do something different. You need to figure out why you didn't pass in the first place. Was it because you knew everything, but come time to take the exam, you just simply blank and can't think of what you have to answer? Is it because you didn't study enough? Is it because you studied too much? Is it because you were just simply so nervous that you couldn't focus properly? There's many different reasons why somebody doesn't pass the board exam, because unfortunately the board exam is tricky. It's not clear-cut answers. I can tell you right now that if those dental hygienists who have been working for 20, 30 years, if they were told to retake the board exam, they would not be able to pass it. I can almost guarantee you of that, because the way they ask the questions is tricky. They try to trick you, and you are probably thinking that in the back of your head the whole time, like, okay, I think this is the right answer, but they're probably trying to trick me. So I'm going to pick B as the right answer, because that would make sense too, because two answers are correct, but you have to pick the one that's most correct, and you constantly have to think, okay, are they trying to trick me? Are they not trying to trick me? So believe me, I know it's hard. I know it's stressful, and the catch-22 is that if you fail the board exam and you take it again, well, you're going to be more nervous the next time, because you know that you have paid more money. There's another chance to take the board exam, but there's also another chance to fail it. But think about it this way, there's another chance to pass it. So I know it's hard. It's easier said than done to say, okay, well, just don't think about it, do the best you can, and go from there. Believe me, I know. A good friend of mine, she actually took the board exam 3 times before she finally passed it. And trust me, I tutored her every step of the way. But she was a certain circumstance where she physically couldn't think when she took the board exam. She knew everything, and I knew that she knew everything because I trained her hardcore, but she just physically couldn't take tests. So if you're one of those people, there are things you can do, because she actually called the board exam committee, and they allowed her more time. They allowed her to be in a room by herself. What else did they suggest? She actually went to the doctor, and he prescribed her an anti-anxiety pill where she only took half of it, but that helped her so much. So maybe, I'm not saying that you all need anti-anxiety pills, but maybe that would help you see what you're able to do, especially if English isn't your first language. It makes sense that it may take you longer to take the board exam. So you need to call them, and you need to ask them, well, is there something that you can do to help me? Because there are things out there, because it's not simply about you knowing the answers or not. There's a lot you have to think about. There's a lot sort of riding on this exam, because you know that if you don't pass it, you will not become a dental hygienist or a dental assistant, depending on the board exam you are taking. So there's a lot of pressure. But if you did fail the board exam, think about it this way. You have to study in a new way, because perhaps you were studying too much before, or perhaps you weren't studying enough before, or perhaps you were studying the wrong things at the wrong times. And this is what I help people do. I have been a tutor now for about 12 years with Dentalelle Tutoring. I had started the company myself about 12 years ago, but I actually help to show you what to study, how long to study per topic, because if you're studying 10 hours a day, pharmacology for 3 days, you're doing something wrong, okay? You may think you'll learn pharmacology after those 3 days, but you will not. And then come time to take the board exam, if you haven't looked at pharmacology for a month or 2, all of that won't be in here anymore. So you have to learn to study for a certain amount of time for certain topics and to be consistent. Like if you're studying 10 hours a day for 2 days and then you don't study again for 2 weeks, that's not helping at all. Plus, for the board exam, you need to study at least 3 months in advance, at least. I even suggest to study longer, because then that way you don't have to study as much every single day. So it kind of feels like you have more of a life, so to speak. Like that's why my board exam prep academy members have the full course for up to 3 years. So if they, for some reason, started taking the course in semester 1 of their dental hygiene program, that's entirely possible, because they can study over that time a little bit each time. Or let's say they enrolled in the board exam prep academy in their last semester of school. That's excellent, because they can study a little bit every single day, and they don't feel or have to feel like they have to study like 10 hours a day every day or else, because trust me, that does not help at all. And the best part is that I have live tutoring sessions at least twice a month, if not more. You know, it depends on the types of questions that students have. If I have, say, 5 students come to me and say, we're having trouble with oral pathology, do you mind having a live session sooner rather than later, because we are having trouble with this? Then yes, absolutely, because I am here to help you. The sessions are predetermined per month, but I can always switch them up anytime, because I don't mind. And that is what makes Dentalelle Tutoring different than the other tutoring programs out there, because it's not simply a self-study type of tutoring program. You know, you don't sign up, watch the videos, read the material, do the mock exams, and that's it. No. Like I will help you every step of the way, and I will send you emails to make sure that you completely understand everything. And we see each other online at least twice a month. So it's awesome. Plus, this is new, but I have new mock exam packages for every single topic. So after you study a topic, you can go through the mock exam questions, see if you actually learned what you have to know for that topic, yes or no. If you did and answered, you know, a lot correct, then you can move on to the next topic. Or if you did horrible on the mock exam package, you can say, okay, clearly I missed something here. I need to help you, or you need to do a little more studying, and then the next time you take those mock exam questions, you will do awesome. So it's not simply a self-study program where you have to fend for yourself. No, because I will actually help you every step of the way. And also, there's the private Facebook group that we have. It's been in session. It's been there for about 6 months, I think, so not too long yet. But students love it. So if they're studying at, let's say, 2 in the morning and have a question, I'm sleeping, but you could post your question into that private Facebook group, and then if some other students happen to see it, they are more than happy to help you. So you're not, you know, studying alone or thinking, okay, I have a question, I'll send an email to Andrea, I hope she answers me. You know what? No, because we are always here to help, which is awesome. And if you do send me an email, yes, I may not be able to get back to you right away, but I get back to you at least 24 hours. It's usually a couple hours, but if I'm tutoring or out of town, then if I'm out of town teaching, then it might take me that night to get back to you, or the next morning, but I'm as quick as possible, because I know as a student, things are hard, things are stressful. If you're stuck with something, you want the answer now, not in a day or 2 or a week or 2, right? So that is why Dentalelle Tutoring is different. And I completely understand where you're coming from. I mean, I took my restorative hygiene course. It's been about 2 years now. So I'm a new, you know, I was not a student that long ago. I took my dental hygiene program think about 6 or 7 years ago now, and my dental assisting program about almost 13 years ago. So I have been in school a lot. I've taken a lot of exams. I've had to study a ton of times, and if you don't know yet or have heard me say in a previous video, I took the dental hygiene program twice. Not because I failed, but because after about, our school went bankrupt 3 weeks before we were all supposed to graduate. And those of you who are in school or were in school, you know that if there's 3 weeks left, there's nothing for you to do. It's easy, right? So I should have been able to just take the board exam anyway, but I couldn't because at the time, I went to a non-accredited school and I didn't know what that meant because I was young, right? Like I didn't look into these things. I was just happy that a dental hygiene school did accept me in my city. But yeah, so I took the whole program again. So trust me, I know what hard work is about. I know what studying is about, and I know kind of the right way to study versus the wrong way. Because if you're studying the wrong way, it will only hurt you. It will cause you more stress and cost you more money. So I hope this helped. To recap the video here, if you did not pass the board exam, that's okay. Please do not think, oh my God, you suck. You know, no, don't think that, because a lot of people don't pass the board exam, but it does mean that you need some extra help, and I can help you. So have a look at dentalelletutoring.com. Our success rate is still 99.3% helping students pass, okay? That's awesome. That's awesome, awesome. And that will only get higher, hopefully, as more students sign up for the program. So please have a look. I teach you everything you need to know. I am here with you every step of the way. So please have a look. Any questions, please let me know, and stay tuned for the next video.